The process of building a swimming pool for you and your family, at first glance, can be a scary undertaking. So many types of pools, so many options and features, and most frightening, so many pool builders to choose from. Hello, my name is Anthony Chavone, Seasonal World's Senior Vice President. With more than 27 years of experience in the swimming pool industry, Seasonal World has encountered many types of pool buyers, from the seasoned veteran who has had the opportunity to own multiple pools, to the first-time buyer, who in most cases is a bit overwhelmed with the entire process. Nevertheless, the common denominator among each type of buyer is one thing. That is trust. Trust in the company they are doing business with. The purpose of this DVD is simple: to help you, the buyer, hear from Seasonal World customers who have gone through the same process as you are. These are actual Seasonal World customers. These are not hired actors, not family members posing as customers, actual customers who have trusted Seasonal World to build their backyard. From the simple projects to the extremely involved, this DVD captures an extensive collection of customers who were kind enough to share their experience on camera. Again, these are not paid actors. There was no script given. These wonderful men, women, and even children have all felt compelled enough, based on their experience, to speak from their hearts about why they trusted Seasonal World. We have put this collection together so that you can see that all pool builders are not created equal. And after some minor due diligence, this seemingly scary process becomes very clear. And the question, who's counting on you to choose the right pool builder, is followed by an easy answer. Please be sure to take the time to enjoy this DVD. Again, we thank you for your interest in Seasonal World. And at any time, I personally welcome any questions or concerns that I may be of assistance in answering.
Hi, my name is Tara, and I decided to go with Seasonal World, my husband and I. We feel as if we made the best decision we could possibly make. The reason why is because we had a house before this one, and we made the wrong decision with going with the wrong pool company, and it was a big headache. The reason why we liked Seasonal World was basically because they are a family-run business. Most of their family is involved with the day-to-day operation. We had a really great experience from the day we walked in and met with Anthony to the day we sat down with the designer to do a poolscape for us. And basically everything that they put on the poolscape, with modifications, we basically built everything to scale to their plan.
I think we had probably about 8 different companies come out to our home to show us what their pool was. And they sat here at our kitchen table and they showed us the designs, they showed us their catalog. They went out in the backyard and they spray painted orange on our grass and said, this is about the dimensions of your pool. But when we went to Seasonal World, we actually had a picture of our backyard. Down to the color of the siding on the house, the color of the deck, the color of the railing, the dimensions of our backyard, how the pool would fit in there, what we could do with other space beyond the pool, beyond the deck, what we could do with gardens and whatnot. All of that was accounted for in the design structure and or in the design software, in the design program. And it's really remarkable to see what they had as a preconceived idea and how closely that followed the finished product. Third thing was just really dealing with Tony. Tony was phenomenal, really easy to deal with, good businessman, able to go in, sit down, negotiate a good price, and have everything taken care of from soup to nuts. We had a little bit of a challenge with this concrete guy, called Tony. Tony got it lined out immediately. So, bad things, some challenges are going to happen throughout the process of something along these lines that takes that amount of time. And a real quality of a company is how they react to those problems. And I thought they did a great job of that.
I heard about Seasonal World because we drove by and we said, oh, there's another pool company, we should go check them out. And that's how we got involved in all this. We went with Seasonal World because We liked their presentation better. We didn't like the other competitors because they seemed like it was just another pool to put in and no big deal and leave. And when you went to them and you saw the plan that they had for you, and they were so nice about doing it and there was no pushiness, I just liked the whole atmosphere of feeling like I was kind of part of their family for the few months that it took to put the pool in.
Hi, my name is Vincent. We chose Seasonal World after spending probably 3.5 to 4 months on interviewing other pool companies. Just didn't feel very comfortable with any of the answers that we were getting on construction, on layout, on customer service. After visiting Seasonal World and meeting the staff, Seasonal World was the right choice for us.
We looked at a few other pool companies, but we weren't really impressed with them. They really didn't have very much for us to really look at, and we were speaking to a salesperson. We liked the fact that when we went to Seasonal World, we actually talked to the owner, and he actually answered all our questions, and we had a lot of questions, and he knew the answers to all of them.
I'm Vinny Traina. I chose Seasonal World because I looked at a number of other providers and nobody offered the quality, price, service than they did. They were by far the easiest to deal with. Again, we looked at a number of providers and hands down they were top notch.
Tony inspired us through the process by virtue of the fact that he instilled confidence that the job would get done right. The virtual design process really sold us. We had an opportunity to visit with at least 3 other pool builders. Some came with crayons and markers, some with just the thoughts in their mind that didn't translate well into the thoughts in our mind. But the virtual design process was really key. When we sat down with Stephen in the office at Seasonal World with the big screen TV in front of us, and we had an opportunity to truly personalize the design, that made all the difference in the world. That made it truly come together for us. And we lived true to the reality that was virtual. So really cool.
When Tony had us come down to the office, they told us we were going to have a visual of how the pool was going to look in our yard with our home, which was great for me because I don't have, I just couldn't visualize how this was going to look. And of course, when we went down there, it was drop dead gorgeous, made my yard look so usable. And what was great about it, that they used our house and incorporated the pool into what we actually have in our backyard. And we thought that was great.
Okay, so we walked in, and our big complaint was that we were having a hard time really visualizing what this was going to look like in our backyard. And Tony said, you got to see this. This is a really slick thing. So we walked into this little side room, we sat down, and up on a plasma screen, on a big screen, there was our backyard. It was remarkable. And they took the pool design that we wanted, what we wanted in terms of concrete around it, and right there we added some shrubs, we added some trees. We didn't want some shrubs, we didn't want some trees in some certain areas, or we wanted to expand the concrete out a certain area. He did all that. It was like going to an engineer for your backyard. He was custom designing our backyard for us and what we wanted it to look like. And it was perfect, and he was able to incorporate all the existing features that we already had in our backyard. So we have a 16 by 40 Trex deck. We had some walkways. We had some garden beds and whatnot. He was able to incorporate and pull that all into the picture.
When we went into Seasonal World, we sat down with Tony, and he offered us the opportunity to see what our pool would look like through virtual design. We had the pleasure of sitting down and looking at the pool at all times of day, at night as well. They were able to include different features in the yard, such as fencing. We were able to see a table and chairs and several lounge chairs. And it was really neat. They included our house and our deck, and we were able to see everything from all angles of the yard, and that's what really sold us on the pool.
The process with Seasonal World from the get-go, from the first day they dug, again, you know, Tony was here, it was fantastic, he made you feel at ease. It was absolutely amazing. The first day I couldn't believe all the work they did, and every day I would come home from work, I was just so impressed with how quickly they were able to get this done. The construction was unbelievable, the equipment that they used, the education and experience of the people were absolutely fantastic. I asked them questions, they would stop and you know, talk to me, and it was absolutely great. It was such an unbelievable experience. We're so glad that we did this. It was really made our summer this year, and we're looking forward to years of fun.
The construction process was actually very, very easy. We had to be home the first day that they came to dig, and after that it was really painless. I mean, within a month it was finished. They came and went. You didn't have to be here for them. If Tony needed to ask you a question, he, you know, just called you, and it was very, very simple. There was really no problems whatsoever.
I was extremely impressed with the system of constructing the pool. Seasonal World definitely has their act together in terms of the coordination with all the crews and the speed at which they're able to move. I mean, we had a pool constructed probably within less than 2 weeks of the time they broke ground, probably even considerably faster than that, and we were already filling it up. I'd say within 2 weeks we were probably full, and it took us 3 days to fill the pool. So the construction process was dead on. It was great. It ranks up there with any of the other construction projects that we've had at the house that have gone well, and we've had a lot that haven't gone well.
The construction process was scary at first when you see that dirt all over, but they were here on time all the time, and we kept seeing progress almost every day. So it wasn't that scary, and whenever I spoke to people, they would say, "Oh, you're getting a pool dug, that's horrible," because they had such horrible experiences and they heard of people with such horrible experiences. And I would always say, it's really not that bad. I really wasn't too sure if they were going to meet the 35-day guarantee. It just seems like such a big on-taking and such a big construction for it to actually happen, but it happened in less than 35 days. It was done in, I think, was 32, and it was just as they said it would be.
As far as the construction with working with Tony and his crews were very clean, very clean cut, beautiful craftsmanship. Like I said earlier, I come from being a tradesman, so I looked over a lot of their work, and a lot of their work was very clean. The guys were very clean, very courteous. If they brought garbage, they made sure they removed all the garbage. All that's a plus with picking your contractor.
The field crew that came to when they started digging out the hole and they were putting the pool together, and I didn't see the liner put in because we were on vacation, but they were so nice to me. I was out there taking pictures, I was out there asking questions. Oh, why do you put this piece together here? And why do you put that piece together here? Does this really work? I mean, how does this stay up? And how does the liner? And they just were very good to me, and they answered my questions. They didn't care that I took pictures. They didn't care that I was watching them. They were very nice and receptive to me. And I do give water to the guys when they work, so they were glad. I mean, I was glad to see them come.
The cleaning system, I have to say, is the best feature of this pool. And from what I understand, Seasonal World is the only one that actually offers it, which Let me tell you, my neighbors made the wrong mistake. They went with a different pool company. I said, okay, well, guess what? You're gonna be out there twice a week vacuuming your pool. I said, you're never gonna see me take one finger to my pool. And I see them out there fussing with the vacuum, trying to get the vacuum working, it's the creepy crawly guy is always crawling on the walls when the kids are in the pool. There's no mess, no cleanup, no hoses, no nothing. Once in a while, we just have to go in the pool, swim to the bottom, and just, clear out a toy that might be under there. But other than that, the pool is spotless.
The self-cleaning system is phenomenal. I'm a new pool owner. I've never owned a pool before, so I didn't have a great idea of what I was getting into when we were buying this. It was a little bit more than your standard vacuum that you put in there, but the end result here is phenomenal. I haven't had to touch the pool. My neighbors who have pools have voiced their opinions that they're extremely jealous of my in-floor cleaning system. I really have to do nothing out there. It's maintenance free.
The self-cleaning system has been absolutely fabulous. Again, that was something that I really wasn't envisioning putting in the pool originally, and I'm so glad that Tony talked us into it. We own a boat down the shore, so I'm not home a lot on the weekends. I couldn't believe that I never even had to take a skimmer to the pool or a vacuum. Maybe once the whole year, and that was just to clean up a slight little bit for a party. Other than that, it was absolutely flawless.
We purchased a cleaning system. It is the best investment that we ever made. The cleaning system eliminates having to go to the pool store every single weekend to buy chemicals for the pool, having to get the water tested. The cleaning system basically takes care of your water itself. All you have to do is put the chlorine in, and the cleaning system takes care of everything. There's no bulky hoses that you have to pull out, vacuum, and worry about vacuuming it every day. It does everything itself. So it is the best investment you could ever make.
I don't think I've ever had any process go smoothly as put in my pool, which was, when you really think about it, was major. And there was not one single solitary. And even now when, if they tell me they're coming at 10 o'clock to open, they will be here at 10 o'clock. They'll be here at 5 to 10. No, I love Seasonal World. I do.
Well, luckily with the pool we've had so far, we haven't had any significant issues to call in about. But the couple times I did have a question, about the size of the pool or just in the chemicals, someone was there right away. They answered the phone, they took my questions, and they either got me the answer immediately while I was on the line, or they called me right back. They were very good. Well, Tony was here the first day. He made sure the mark out was clean and everything was where it was supposed to be. He had the numbers checked with me to make sure it all looked good, and they dug the hole and everything was exactly where it should be. So he did a phenomenal job.
The customer service there is great because it's a mom and pop business and everybody there is related, and it's husband and wife and kids, and if you don't get Tony, you get his wife, or you get a brother, or so they're all very, very dedicated to the business. So customer service is it's terrific. When you call there, you always get someone on the phone who can answer you, and if you don't, you have their cell phone numbers and they get back to you immediately. Tony is always on the scene. I mean, he was here for the first day for the dig. He spent the entire day here, and then you wonder, am I going to see him again? And you do. He shows up all the time. He's, you'll look outside and you're used to seeing all the workers, and then there he is. Sometimes he's just, doing the bobcat or moving things around, but yeah, he's on the scene a lot. He watches the whole thing. As a matter of fact, I said to him, how do you get to so many places?
You do a pool one time, you do it the way you want to do it, not adding on here and there. I had no problems at all. Anytime I called, Linda was there to help, and things got done the next day. If there was any problem, it was straightened out either the end of that day or the early the next morning.
Oh, their support team is wonderful, and the customer service people are always there for you. And I go in and I go with a water sample, and you go to the back. I don't do the drive-through because I like to come in and see people. But you can go through the drive-through, but I don't. I go back to the back, and the man is like, yeah, sure, take your water sample here, I'll test it for you. And the girls at the front desk are always happy. Even at Halloween time, when I go in and buy costumes, they're always like very willing to talk and be decent, and I've never seen a mean person in Seasonal World, never. I love Seasonal World Pools. I love Seasonal World, the company. We shop there all 4 seasons we shop at their store. We go for Halloween, we go for Christmas. We're there getting things that we need for around the house. I mean, the kids grow up, they need a Halloween costume as much as they need the swimsuits in the summer. So we're always at Seasonal World.
This is our first year with the pool, so we are ecstatic. We're out here all summer. My kids were out here every day. Their friends were over, parties. It's just been wonderful. It's easy. It's in our yard. It's just a great place to entertain and just hang out with the family, which is what we do. I highly, highly recommend Seasonal World, and I actually, whenever I'm talking to anyone, if they are even considering a pool, I just say you have to go with them. You have to go with them. You have to call them. You have to try it. I can't say enough about them. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience.
Oh, it's where we spend the middle of May to the middle of September is in our backyard, and we live a block from the beach. And we could walk down to the beach anytime, but having a pool in your backyard has so much more value to our family. We have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. I work from a home office probably 4 days out of every week, and if I'm having a stressful afternoon, I can go down and jump in the pool for 15 minutes and I feel like a completely new guy, after that. The kids come home from school, they're in the pool. All summer long, they're in the pool. We have pool parties. We're having a Memorial Day barbecue with all the kids from the neighborhood. They all come over and have the pool. So it really becomes the focal point for social and for enjoyment with us, with our neighbors. We do a lot of entertaining. So there's a lot of night swimming for the adults, and it has some cool lighting effects. It completely changes the way you socialize and interact with your friends and your neighbors and whatnot. And I can't say enough for what it does for my kids. They're in it the whole summer long, and they couldn't enjoy it any more than they do.
We are what my husband calls professional entertainers. We entertain a lot, and towards the end of the summer I start getting tired of it because I feel like every weekend I'm entertaining people, and I'm not getting enough entertainment on my own end. But the best part of it is that we do have the space and we do have the luxury. We were able to build the size pool that we wanted to, which is large enough to accommodate. I would say we had about 60-70 people in the pool at one time. So we do entertain often, and our house is the place to be. Our kids have a great time in the pool. However, their friends and people that we don't see often, like relatives or even friends from another area, when they come here, they're having the time of their life. And the reason why my husband and I built this pool was so that we could make memories here that will last a lifetime.
The pool has been wonderful. We're both teachers, we're off for the summer, and we have a new son, so we were able to hang out in the yard and really spend our summers at home. We're homebodies, so the pool has just been absolutely wonderful. It's a great addition to our family.
The enjoyment we've had with this pool has been unbelievable this year. It's been the best summer that we could have ever imagined. We've had so many friends over and family. It was very exciting and very relaxing. So we had the best of both worlds. We entertained and we relaxed. It was beyond our dreams.